Emerge from the locker room, and we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Z. Slow.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Black 22.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Room to run inside the 40. A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards on the ground. So So he nearly took it. The distance gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
Down. Blue 80. Blue 80.
To throw is Watson. Buying time to his left. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins from 6 yards away. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Well, off topic, but we'd be remiss if we didn't point out what else was happening Super Bowl weekend. The Madden 19 Club Championship, 2nd major this season, 2 more to follow. And our winner, Pauvin, representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, IB Strafen. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-24 beatdown in the final.
Well, you know if he was representing the Oakland Raiders, the Vikings went down,
and the ball is knocked out. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Red. Black 22. Black 22. 2 jet. 2 jet. Reset, reset, reset.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. A shotgun snap for Watson. They'll roll him out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mahomes now on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Zing, zing, zing. Zing, zing, zing.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off.
This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
Ready. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Butker now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 40. Watson now to throw. Forced out to his left. And that's caught inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 31.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Credit the tackle to Tano Passigno.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's a give to Miller. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now a handoff to Miller. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
They'll toss it to Miller. Gets past him at the 10. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Watson. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. While we have a second here, let's peek back to the Super Bowl. The lowest scoring Super Bowl, Charles, in history, 13-3. And it took us 53 minutes to get our first touchdown of Super Bowl 53.
Can you believe they went into the half, 3-0 New England, Stephen Gostkowski with a field goal. Then they finally tie it up with Greg Zuerlein at the end of 3 quarters of the Rams knocking one through the post. The Patriots, a third team to win the year after losing the Super Bowl, the first since the Dolphins in 1972.
And, of course, the big number now for New England, 6 titles, and they are tied with the Steelers for the most ever. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Zing, zing, zing. Zing, zing, zing. Zing, zing, zing. Zing, zing, zing.
Mahomes again here on second and 10. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Gonna need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Gonna need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got a man complete. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it first and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They begin with a run by Miller. Quick move by Miller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To throw on second is Watson. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On first down, Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
We got 3. Hey, green the line. Green the line. 2 jet. 2 jet.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay up.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The former first-round pick Kareem Jackson there defensively. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Hopkins. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Back 22. Back 22.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
This is Miller. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Richmond. Tiger.
Now it's Miller. And an alley to run. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. And with the play clock running low, Bill O'Brien's going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Texans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Down. Blue 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, Mahomes. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Green 90. Green 90.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes rolling to his right. And this will be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
There we go. Green 90.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back now in Houston, it's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45. Zing, zing, zing. Zing, zing, zing. Zing, zing, zing. Zing, zing, zing.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's airing it out for... That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll run with Miller. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Down. Blue 80. Blue 80. Two jet.
They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Down! Blue 80! Blue 80!
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Partner, those are back-to-back 6-yard runs, and if they're going to continue to get those types of plays, shoot, you just keep running the same stuff, don't you?
Yeah, it was 1st and 10, then 2nd and 4. Now 1st and 10 again. Lamar Miller takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
They run a draw here on second down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. The Texans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Black 22!
Here's Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Again, it's Williams. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. To throw is Mahomes.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Mahomes. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Mahomes now to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins with time running out. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Butker on for the PAT. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Butker now to kick this one away. And the Texans set to come onto the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Eluding the pressure right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the
45-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 54 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.